even fit on my head. I feel kind of weird.
Maybe I
All
just got a
right.
smaller head.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, y'all, man? Welcome to the show. Tonight we are in the Lion's Den, Sunday afternoon. Hey, and you know what, man? I just had to make a trip back up to Illinois to talk to these guys. We had such a blast the last time they were on the show. I decided to call them and ask them if they would come back and join me. And they said, man, I would love to come back and talk on your podcast. So, hey, tonight we are in Central Illinois. If I said that right, Central Illinois. Is that where Bartonville is? Central Illinois?
Yes, kind of. I'm in the Bartonville area. Chuck's in the Pekin area, which is like 10 minutes from Bartonville. So he's like
All
10
right.
minutes from me.
All right. So, hey, we're in Bartonville, Illinois, man. And tonight we got these guys back, Central Illinois Ghost Hunters. Hey, everybody give these guys a big hand if you're out there. If you're listening, give them a big hand, man, because these guys are doing great things up there. Last time we talked, we had fun. I learned a lot.
It's all about fun.
I learned a lot about you guys, and I'm curious to know, have things changed since 3 months ago? I mean, things can change in the drop of a dime or the drop of a penny. It depends how rich or poor you are. But how is things going for you guys?
We're just going with the flow. So we're trying to continue investigating, obviously. So we do have Chuck's got us a place that we're going to do this weekend. I don't know if he wants to disclose that. He can if he wants. And then we're going to that Masonic Lodge in July 27th, right?
Yeah, 27th.
Yeah, July 27th.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
and then we have a residential house that we're going to be setting up too. And we typically don't do residentials. I've discussed that before, but we're gonna throw one on our channel. You never know what we'll get.
Yeah, you never know, man. I mean, maybe you guys would be, a little bit more open to getting those on y'all's books. Because I know Shane and Chuck, I know you guys really don't like doing residentials. But you know what? One can change everything. Can change everything.
Absolutely.
Guys, all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a quick commercial. Then we're going to come back and we're just going to talk like last time, man. We're going to sit down and I kind of drunk up my milkshake. I was hoping to share my milkshake with you guys. Hey, Chuck got his Ghostbuster cup. Shane, what you rolling with, man?
I don't have a cup. I have the Ghostbuster little drink.
All right. Well, you know what? We'll be right back. But in the meantime, we're going to take a quick commercial, man. And we're going to figure things out. What's going on up in Bartonville, guys? So give me 1 minute. All right, welcome back, guys, to the show. Hey, tonight we are in the Lion's Den with Chuck and my man Shane from Bartonville.
What's up?
Illinois. Something bit me, man. I think a mosquito. Damn, Shane. Hey, Chuck, Shane jinxed me. God damn it. we, we were just talking about mosquitoes.
Keep talking making fun about my big old headphones. Take that.
Well, I guess they're trying to get me. Hey guys, hey, I'd like to welcome everybody, man, that are watching the show tonight. All you guys that are on Kick, Rumble, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, my Facebook page, and my Facebook paranormal page. I decided to put you guys on the show tonight just to see what you guys are missing. Normally, I don't do that, but tonight is a special night because I got my man Big Chuck in the house and I got Shane. And hey, we're going to talk about some creepy stuff. So, hey, tell me a little bit about the Cambridge house, man. I'm looking at it and it looks very interesting, you know, but I don't see no. Wait a minute. Let me pull this up. I don't see no ice chest on the back porch, man. What the hell going on with this place?
It was in the car.
He was in the car.
Yeah. Don't worry, we were fully stocked.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You know, people in Texas don't know much about this place. Please tell the world a little bit about the Cambridge house so we would know.
A lot of people in Illinois, I don't think, know about the Cambry house. It didn't really come up on our radar. We were just kind of scrolling around looking to see what kind of paranormal locations are around. And this place kind of popped up. Did my research into it. There was like nothing online, no like paranormal videos, no nothing like that. So we figured, let's check it out. You know, let's see what it's actually all about. And I think to this day, it's our highest viewed video. I would probably say, on behalf of the team, it was our scariest investigation that we've ever done. So much so that we had to go back.
All right. Tell me a little bit of some of the stuff that's going on in the location, man. Is it poltergeist? Are the spirits friendly, non-friendly? You know, do I gotta throw the D word in there, or talk to me?
I wouldn't say. I mean, there was one particular moment that it felt very aggressive, very evil, but it's hard to say because everything else was just so much calmer.
And that may have been brought by one of us.
Yeah,
to that location.
Yeah, that's something we kind of discussed. It was a possibility that something was attached to one of us. So when we got there, it got locked in the basement. Let's just say, because something tried to come up through that basement door. Luckily, it was closed because I think if it was open, it probably would have ripped it off the hinges. It hit so hard.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was actually truly terrifying. Truly terrifying.
It's on YouTube, so y'all can go check it out.
Yeah.
I mean, what you see is what you get. We fake nothing. We do not fake it all. So what you see is what you get. It's the real deal.
All right, guys. Hey, you guys heard that, man. Check out this. You know what? I am going to put the link in the comments for their Facebook page. For their YouTube page. Guys, feel free to check them out and see what you think. If you got any questions, make sure you contact these guys. I'm pretty sure they will not bite their tongue on anything that, if it's positive or negative. Just, if you got a question, just ask them, and they will be honestly and truthfully with you as much as they can. They're not going to sugarcoat anything from you guys.
Even on chat, you can chat right now as we're talking. We'll answer you live. So
yeah, we went a second time, and we did things a little bit different than the first time we were there.
Mm-hmm.
The first video, if you go back and watch it, you'll see we were in that house the entire time. The second time we went, it was a little quiet, like nothing really happening, nothing's going on. But every time we would like go outside to like either get equipment or just take a break, we'd start hearing stuff from the house. So we kind of sat down and thought, well, let's try this abandonment test, which is basically you just basically surround the entire house with cameras, voice recorders, and then you just leave and let the spirits do what the spirits want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we did it this second time, and caused some pretty amazing things. But biggest problem I got to say is some of the comments we got on that video.
Yep.
It's a little rough to be like, we do this, we put this video together, and they want to complain because we sat outside and talked for 2 minutes, or we didn't go inside the house and investigate. And it's like, we clearly put in there like this, we're trying something different. They're not reacting to us being inside the house, but every time we leave the house, something would happen.
Mm-hmm.
So let's leave the house and see what happens. Like, we were still investigating it, but
And they tore us apart in the comments.
There's a couple that were just a little, I guess they weren't paying attention or what it was, but
you know one thing, guys, when paranormal teams, investigators, whatever you call yourselves, if you try something new and it's out of the norm for the individual that's doing it, you're bound to get hit.
Mm-hmm.
You're bound to take that hit. And you know what? And I always tell people, think outside the box. You have to try something new. And I'm honest. I'm being honest with you guys. For every person that was in the comments that was, thumping you guys, there's probably 20 more that are praising you guys for what you accomplished and the evidence that you caught. You know what I'm saying? So it just so happened that everybody that was saying something negative just happened to be there at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even worry about it.
We really, it's sweat off our back. We couldn't care less, really, what they think or say. There was one comment that kind of said, you got a lot to, you got to do better to compete with some of these other YouTube paranormal groups. We're not competing. Exactly.
Yeah.
We're not. We're trying to do the stuff that all that cookie cutter, and then I even responded to one of the comments like, look, these guys have production companies. They have people that make their videos. Mm-hmm. I make our videos. I'm the one that does.
They get paid. They get paid
to do it. We don't get paid for this. We make the videos. We put them out there to be like, hey, we did this. This is what we caught.
From our perspective,
if you want to believe it or not, that's on you. But to come at us like, oh man, you got a lot to catching up to do to compete with these other guys, and it's like that. This is not why we're doing it.
No,
this is the last thing we're trying to do is compete with anyone.
Exactly. And for you guys to get into a location like that, where it's how many boots were probably on the floor in this location?
Mm-hmm. Not that many. We heard boots in that place too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So man, dude, don't even worry about that, man. Scratch your head and move on.
It's just like kind of nice to say out loud. Or like, look, if you don't like it, just carry on.
Yeah, do what you do.
This is all. Call it amateur editing if you want. I don't know what I'm doing. I like to have fun with the intro and the outro stuff, but all the evidence footage in the middle, that is straight from the cameras.
Yep.
That's that. So if you got a problem with the music being too loud in the beginning, it's like, move on. Don't continue watching then.
Turn your volume down,
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Go take a shit for that damn 1 minute that the video, intro is going on. Then come back.
Yeah.
The one thing that I hate about people that aren't in our profession, they quick to criticize. Dude, if you want to criticize somebody, first things first. If you think you can do the job, get your butt up, go get the equipment, and go do it. Yeah. And until then, if you think that you can't do it, then quit bitching about it.
Right.
And they were complaining. They were putting comments about our equipment, getting better equipment. I've got like over $6 grand in just video stuff.
Yeah.
I just bought me a new camcorder. I'm not skimping on quality. I'm not. I'm trying to get the best quality ever.
It's easy to sit on your couch eating your Cheetos and then keyboard warrior something that you're just on a high horse that day, and it's Yeah,
Yep,
it's not going to affect us. We're going to keep doing what we're doing, whether you like it or not. It's like, we're doing this to show what we're capturing, and that's it.
Okay, now how many views did you get?
We had 1.4 the last time I checked. 1.4 thousand views on just our last investigation.
Yeah.
We had 10,000 views on the first Cambry video. 10,000 views.
Dude, I mean, the numbers speak for itself.
Yep.
Forget all the other the negativity in the comments. Your views speak for yourself.
Yeah.
If people didn't like what was going on, your views on that particular video would be nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
and we're not getting paid. I mean, everyone else you watch on YouTube now, it's just YouTube's getting worse now because all they talk about is make sure you comment, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, buy my merch like every 5 minutes, buy my merch through the whole video, and it's like, I don't care about your merch. I don't it's like they're just promoting themselves basically is what they're doing. And then you have to like watch special content and you have to like pay a monthly subscription just to watch special content.
Right.
What is it, of them wiping their ass or something? I mean, I'm not going to pay any extra to watch somebody who's faking evidence.
Right.
I'm not going to pay to watch fake evidence. That's
honestly, 90% of the stuff that's out there is all fake stuff.
It is. It's for entertainment.
That's the hard part. That's the hard part for guys like us who are just doing what we do, capture what we capture, post what we capture. And we don't, we get kind of some comments like that, or we don't get the publicity we think we should get. I think more people should see some of the stuff we capture because it is legit. It is 100% legit.
And if we don't get any evidence, guess what? We're going to post an episode with no evidence. I mean, that's what happened that night. That's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be boring, but try investigating for like 6 to 12 hours. It does get pretty boring.
Especially with nothing going on. Yeah.
And then you put a half-hour video together within like 6 to 12 hours of staying up all night filming. You put together a little tiny video.
Yeah, I get boring. I get boring. I'll go. First thing I thought about is going to Walmart and get me one of those jumbo-sized bowls of cheese puffs, and just sit there and just eat cheese puffs, man. I mean, that's if you catch something, you catch something. If you don't, you don't, man. You live to fight another day. That's what it's all about.
Honest truth, like some of these other YouTubers. Every episode they capture something.
And then now they're adding, now what they're doing too that I've noticed is watch at the very end. Watch it until the very end. Yeah. Something crazy happens at the very end of this video, just so you can watch their whole video, so they get credit for you watching their whole video.
Yeah.
And then they use the AI stuff now. They're using all that AI stuff in their videos.
Right.
It's a wow.
It's a headache. It's a headache.
It really is.
It is hard to compete. It is hard to compete because we don't know how they're faking all that stuff. So it is hard to compete with those other YouTubers because we're not trying to get into that line of field.
Right. I can easily title a video "The Night the Demon Attacked Us."
Yeah.
And be absolute nothing in the video, and we'd probably get 10,000 views.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just because of the title. And
that's what they do.
Every single one of them does.
That's what they do.
Every place has a demon. Every episode they're running and screaming from something that you don't see or hear. It's a headache.
It is.
When we're just trying to do the same thing, but literally just give you the raw footage that we capture.
And just be legit.
I could pull up the footage right now and show you everything is raw footage. Like this is no editing. This is raw footage.
Now, you guys posted something back on April 30th, and I'm curious to know because it says the truth on it. Ghost hunting, the adult version of hide and seek. Can you guys give a little bit more details on what you guys are talking about on your page?
I posted that because it's basically there's a lot of the times like the Cambry house where we would be upstairs investigating and all the noise would be down below us. So then we go downstairs to where that noise is, and then all of a sudden it's up above us. So it's like a lot of times we're chasing these noises around the whole entire house. So it is kind of like hide and seek. They're hiding, we're trying to find them. So it's kind of like that clap where you clap 2 times and then, and then you hear it like in the distance or something. So it's basically kind of like a game in a way. Some spirits like to play games. I mean, they like to play hard to get.
Oh yeah, but the biggest questions too, and I asked the guys from Kentucky last night about this, and it's so weird how sometimes you go into these locations, especially the very active ones, or the ones that you don't think that's active, but they really are. Hell, you get a plate, a bowl, a light thrown at you. You get all this activity, and man, I'm not the type of person that like to clean up after somebody. So the biggest question that I have for you guys is, we always see spirits trying to get our attention in certain ways. But wouldn't the biggest attention? I mean, the biggest thing, the way you can get my attention is if you just clean up after yourself when you throw a plate or bottle or something at me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These damn guys, I mean, they quick to throw, but they're not quick to pick up a damn broom and clean up their mess.
The last investigation we did at the bar, there was a quarter that was I think it was thrown at Chuck because it landed right by Chuck. There was this quarter and we captured it on video. Like it's on video, and you hear this quarter be thrown and then it hits by Chuck. And what do? I went up and picked it up. I cleaned it up. It's like,
oh wow.
But yeah, there was a quarter that was legit thrown, like legit.
We went through every angle we had to see if like could it have fallen out of somebody's pocket, but there was like no movement. It just this quarter just out of nowhere just kind of went flying. So
wow, dude, that's crazy. Maybe they were trying to hit the Chuck.
Well, Chuck, the other thing is too is there were the poker machines right where it landed too. So,
it landed under a chair. Yeah, under the chair,
which is actually pretty cool to kind of review over and over again because it's out of nowhere.
But not much happened that night,
Not a whole lot.
But some stuff did happen,
Yeah.
But,
yeah. And the other thing is, we do overnight 10, 12-hour investigation. We got to go through all that stuff. And then anything and everything you find, you got to go through it with a fine-tooth comb.
Yep.
Fine-tooth comb.
That could have been me talking. That could have been me taking a step. And once you figure out, okay, all right, that was one of us, get rid of that and then go on to the next part. And it's those ones where it's like, I don't know what that was.
Yeah, we timestamp.
That goes in.
So Chuck puts together all the hours of video, and then he sends us a link. And then each of us, I'm hoping the others, but each of us sit down and we go through the whole entire video and we write down the times. And then we give them to Chuck, and then he'll have the final say if it gets put on or not. But we just write down all the times and send it to Chuck, and So I like how he does that.
Yeah, Chuck, you're doing a hell of a job. No, you guys just mentioned when you guys mention YouTubers, is there an age number that you guys think that most of these YouTubers are falsifying their evidence? What age do you think that is?
No, they all do it.
You mean like the YouTuber or their viewers?
No, I'm like, is there a certain age? Or do you think that people that are putting these fake YouTubers out, these videos are between the ages of 18 to 25, or 25 to 30, or 35 to 45 and up?
I'd probably say 18 to 30.
Yeah, there was a kid that I was watching, Yasko, which I'll call him out, But
Ooh.
yeah, Chuck knows about him too. This kid will actually rent out B&Bs, bed and breakfasts,
Mm-hmm.
and they have no claims, no stories, no history of ever being haunted, and he will make it seem haunted.
Mhm.
I am not kidding you. Just so he doesn't have to pay the full amount to go to a haunted location.
Yeah.
So he finds all these non-haunted locations, and then he sets up his stuff. And then what the YouTubers are doing now is they keep stressing that if you guys see or hear anything, comment below. And they stress that over and over and over again in their videos now. But like, I was watching one of Yasko's and he was talking, and you see the light chandelier behind him just going back and forth. You know, but he doesn't see it and he doesn't react to it because he's hoping all of us see it.
Mhm.
And then we comment, oh, the light just moved at 17 minutes, 53 seconds. You know, and that way he gets all of his comments that they're one.
Now,
So they have their ways of doing that stuff.
if you guys were to meet these people and sit down and have dialogue with them, with every last one of them, every person that you think that is doing this,
Mhm.
what would you tell them?
I would tell them that they are making what we do very difficult because
Not
of the
just
way.
us, any other.
Yeah, anybody that wants to
Yeah.
be legit, they're making it hard for them people.
Yeah. And also, I would ask him to do a investigation together.
Yeah. And why don't they do live investigations? Why don't they do anything live? You know, and then now these YouTubers, I don't know who he is or like what the channel he is, but he's selling these boxes for like $300, and it may have a golden ticket in it, and you can investigate with this person.
Yeah.
But they're going to have all these people buying these $300 boxes, hoping to have a golden ticket. So then that's more money in their pocket.
Mm,
Yeah, they're starting to do stuff like that too.
interesting.
And then
You know-
and then it'll probably be their best friend who supposedly gets picked, you know, and they make all these thousands of dollars selling $300 boxes.
Interesting. You know, because I mean, Shane, you're right. You know, it's really hurting investigators.
It is.
You know, but at the big question is if it's hurting, but is it also helping? Because what I mean is okay, let's say for an example that this guy is putting out a video, he's got millions of viewers. Now, all those people that are watching his show, they also want to venture out to your show, my show on YouTube, and everybody else's shows on YouTube to actually, to see a little bit more. So not only are they becoming his viewers, they're becoming yours also.
I mean, you do have a good point, but then like that comment that we had where they're expecting us to be like these other YouTubers. So when all these people are getting sucked into how these YouTubers are doing it, they're expecting every YouTuber that does a paranormal to do it the same way. And that's not how we operate. That is not how we operate.
Now, the thing is, all this started somewhere. I mean, because kids are not just going to just start doing something just because. I mean, somebody had to put the idea in their head. You know what I'm saying? And who do you think did that?
I have no clue.
I mean, it's for me, it goes back to the Ghost Hunters, that TV show. Many, many years ago, they did the live Halloween episode, and everybody that was watching saw that he faked a huge part of evidence with the pulling of the jacket down. I mean, that part was dissected.
Yep.
But now you go and you look, and there's so many YouTube videos that people are talking about how he faked it that are getting millions of views. It's actually an easy concept to be, okay, I'm a paranormal team investigator. How am I going to get people to keep coming back? Well, I'm gonna run and scream like something scared the bejesus out of me because everybody wants to see that.
Yep.
2, we're gonna give them some crazy evidence, of a door getting slammed, but yet only this much of the door is being shown, not the bottom part. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna show you the top part of this door slam, not the bottom part, and everybody eats it up.
Yep.
Everybody eats it up.
So the thing is, guys, can you hate him for getting his hustle on?
No,
I mean,
I can't hate him. I can't hate him. It's a little discouraging though.
Yeah, I mean, it's
when we put in a lot of work, and we
right.
I do my best with these videos, and
there's millions of people like you. They get their hustle on. They put in their hours of work. Just to get that 15 minutes of fame from your videos, and so on and so on, but the guys, YouTubers, and that's where the debate comes in when we talk about YouTubers and people like us, because there are so many out there, Shane, that are sometimes do a little fakey,
Yep.
and
because they're all about views.
Yeah, they're all about the views. But the thing is, why not take a little bit of what he got and go with it?
Right.
Hey, I love 1.5 million views or followers. I'm gonna tap into that, and I'm gonna see if I can get some of that with me.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's cheating or whatever, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's the game.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
It is the game, and like we said, we're not here to play that game.
No.
We would love 1.5 million views on the footage that we captured, so we can actually have a conversation and be like, "You guys have no idea how crazy that night was."
Yeah. So let's take that video that you got and jump over here and see if we can get just a little bit of his 4.5 million views. I can almost guarantee you that they will follow you.
Yeah, you just got to put their name in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
The night we called out Yasko, and everyone's going to want to know what we called him out on.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There you go, man.
YouTube is based off of clickbait.
But all them YouTubers have moderators. I was watching one a few nights ago, and I put a smart ass comment on it because I know he's faking stuff. I know it's being faked. So I call him out on it being faked, or working with Yaska, who is fake, so which makes him not as believable, because he's working with a fake. And I got put in timeout. Yeah, their moderator did something, and I'm like, I couldn't even put any comments because it says I was temporarily in timeout. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like within seconds of posting that.
Well,
so they got people watching.
A lot of people say Omar is a fake.
Yep, he is.
What do you think about him?
Nope, he's been torn apart too.
Yeah. For anybody that is watching, I want to shout out Beardo Get Scared.
Oh yeah,
he is probably one of the biggest debunkers on YouTube, and
he's awesome.
You'd be surprised any of the ones that you're like, all right, these guys are legit. He will break that down and show you how it's faked.
Yep.
So I like to shout out Beardo Get Scared.
Shout outs to him for sure.
Yeah,
I love that guy.
Well, hey, I would love to meet him because I got some evidence I would love for him to break down.
He's from the UK.
Yeah, he's in the UK, and I have sent him our videos just to be like, go through it. Like, tell me what you think.
Right.
But again, because we're down here on the list,
yep.
He's not going to give us a time or day.
Oh, but hell, man, those are the people that you want.
Yeah.
The bottom dwellers, because we have nothing to prove. Whatsoever. Nothing to prove. Now the guys up top, the Omars, the what's the guy he's always in Florida and he's always investigating cemeteries. I can't think. He even went to Roswell, not Roswell. He even went to Area 51 one day. I can't remember his name.
See, that line right there tells me that it was fake. Because
Yeah.
nobody gets into Area 51.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Not without a green screen.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, just saying.
But guys, don't let a couple of people discourage you guys from what you're doing.
No. We're not discouraged. We're far from discouraged. It was just nice to have the platform to be like, I'm the one that does the videos. If you don't like them, cool. You can watch them. Tell me. You can even tell me like, hey, I think the music was a little too loud in the intro. Cool, I'll fix it. But not, oh my God, it's so distracting with all that loud music. Like,
but that's what a lot of people, when you put an intro in, that's your eye catcher.
Yep.
Right.
That's your eye catcher. That's the thing that catches people's eye on YouTube and all these other platforms. Because, and I'm going to be honest with you, if a video came up and it didn't have an eye catcher to it, it's a good chance I'm going to look over it.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
I am.
Hey, Richard.
The other thing that's kind of like a pet peeve of mine is like when the videos you watch and if like they're in a tense situation, there's that undertoning like music playing. That drives me nuts. Because then, did you hear that? And it's like all I heard was music. Like I didn't hear what you heard.
Yeah, because they went back. Who does that?
Yeah.
There's only one. There's only one people that does that, and it gets you to where you want to be, and then it boom.
Yeah.
Hollywood is the only one that does that.
Right.
Every time they have a scary movie, and next thing you know, you get this big elephant jump out of the room, and then and you're scared already.
Yeah.
So
hey, Justin.
Yeah, you just would like it to like criticize the footage that you're seeing, not so much the other stuff, because the other stuff is just for fun for me.
See, like I said,
actual footage is like what we're doing this for,
And I've been doing this for 15 years. So when Ghost Adventures first came out, that's when I started. Was the same year Ghost Adventures got put on TV. I've been doing it that long. And let me tell you, things have changed completely. It is not like it used to be. Not even close to what it used to be.
Now, with AI going on and all this new technology that's coming out every single day, guys. Now, do you think this is going to be the new norm for paranormal investigators and YouTubers? I mean, I really don't see this going away anytime soon.
I don't see it leaving.
It's too easy. It's too easy.
I mean, I see it scaling up. I don't really see it going down. I mean, I think it's going to go up, till infinity. Especially as technology gets a little easier. AI is going to be able to help you out with all that, and then you're going to have this perfect video where somebody thinks that Jack the Ripper is over there, the spirit, and next thing you know, he's over there, fading in and out. Oh, did y'all guys see that? I really don't think that's going anywhere.
You know what would be cool that I just thought of just now? What if we were to investigate with VR, virtual reality, and they can see everything from our eyes?
Yeah.
That would be cool because it's like they're there with us.
Guys, there are cameras set up for that.
Is there?
Yes.
Well, we're talking like POV of the.
Yeah, we're talking about like POV. You see what I see.
Yeah, there are actually cameras. There are, and to be honest with you guys, there are actually cameras that are like that. I mean, they're pricey, but these are cameras that you are able to go live on, and whatever you see, that's what your audience is seeing. These things are costing $1,500 to $1,400.
You're talking about those IRL backpacks?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're ridiculously expensive.
they're expensive, man, and I don't really see the price going down anytime.
You know how I am, Chuck. I would buy it just so you could use it.
You're gonna have four. You're gonna have four by the end of the week,
just so you can use it.
But that's the other thing too that we like to do. Like we'll set up a live camera and live stream our static cameras. We'll set up all the cameras, and then I'll do a live stream of all the the static cams, so everybody can see what's going on while we're there
through the whole night. Through the whole night,
it's up the whole time we're there. So we try to give you as much as we can.
And and the good thing about those cameras is there's no SIM card with those things. Because if you're going live virtual, dude, long as Facebook is good, you're good. It's just there's no difference.
Chuck, you got to tell him to stop. You got to tell him he's going to make me buy one.
Oh no, man! Don't spend $14 for that.
It's gonna have Chuck's name written on it.
No,
Chuck, you might get an early Christmas gift.
Yay!
But here's the thing, guys: if you're gonna go in like that, you might as well go all the way in.
Yeah.
Everybody is gonna have a pair on. So there's no doubt. You have to leave no doubt. Because the minute somebody on your team is not wearing those, there goes the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I do want to I want to shout out somebody else who I have full faith in that what he's doing is legit. He's a Twitch streamer. His name is D-Tune, and he's part of Paranormal Detour, and he does IRL live streams paranormal investigation.
So maybe he can kind of help us get into that.
I've reached out to him a couple times.
Yeah.
But he just moved to like the other side of the coast. So I don't know what's going on with that yet. But once a month, he boots up his Twitch live camera, multiple angles too. And it's all live from like his chest or shoulder. So whatever he's doing or hearing, it's all. And then the good thing with Twitch is whatever you stream is there. It saves there.
You can't edit. You can't do nothing.
Can't edit. Yeah. You can't do any of that stuff. So what you actually see is what is actually there.
If we can make our experience more live and more credible, I'm down to doing that.
100%.
Okay, let me ask you, what would it take for you guys to do that? What would you need for you guys to be able to do what you want to do and and have positive feedback?
All right, Chuck. See, he's gonna write us a check.
You said that back then was like $1,500. Is that what you said? Yeah, about $1,500.
About $1,500.
No, I'll get with Chuck after this, and we'll discuss the things that we would need.
Yeah,
and then just either slowly accommodate those things. Or if you can find them used or something on like eBay or something, then I might go that route. But I don't even know what it takes. So I would have to talk to Chuck and see what we would even need to even do that. Because I have no clue.
Because I know those glasses, dude, they're hella expensive. I mean, they're worth it. Right. But they're just hella. I mean, to me, I think they still into their experimental stage. Because I think these are the first glasses of these types that came up to the public. I think the military has probably had them for years.
Probably.
But I think that these things here are they're into their first stages of dealing with the public. So I think there needs some tweaking and twerking and all that stuff to be done before you actually get what you really want. You know what I'm saying?
It's like TVs. You know how expensive flat screen TVs
I'll be right back. Keep going. I'll be right back.
I said, you know how expensive flat screen TVs were? Now they're dirt cheap.
They're dirt cheap.
Eventually, I do want to get into that. Eventually, we will have that setup of like you see what we see. It'll be like that eventually.
I think that is really cool, dude. And Trust me, bro. If I can get a pair of those, that's a game. It's a game changer.
Yep.
It is a game changer, and it would throw all your critics right out the window.
Yep.
You won't even see a critic anymore. For the simple fact is, they see what you see, they hear what you hear, and undeniably, evidence. If you catch it, bam, right there, up close and personal. No ifs and buts about it.
Another thing I want to do too is have a way to we can like get like one or two of our fans and bringing them on an investigation. Because I don't mind doing that. We're not hiding anything. So I would love to just take a fan and be like, all right, you've been chosen. You want to investigate with this? And then they can go tell their friends, hey, no, they're legit. They don't fake. I mean, I was there.
Mhm.
I mean, eventually that's kind of where I want to get to, is bringing on some fans here and there.
I was able to stream live to an investigation, and not only did I see it, but all the people that I streamed to was able to see it. And when a friend of mine went to Hiroshima and she was able to investigate that, I was right there with her virtually, but so was everybody else that was following me. That was pretty cool.
That's
cool. And I was, man, that was a historic moment because it was in Hiroshima where they first dropped the atomic bomb at, and we were able to investigate ground zero. So everything I saw, my people saw, and dude, I think I had maybe, oh man, close to, and I'm not kidding with you guys, I probably had 69, 70 people on my live stream that day.
Nice.
Yeah, it was, the way we did it was pretty cool. Go ahead.
I want to do more live stuff. So I don't know what it takes, but I do want to do more, which I know we do the DVR setup and whatnot live, but I kind of want them to like have the same experience. I know eventually I'll get those glasses, or I don't even know what I need. Eventually we will have that. Eventually. Yeah. Like next week. No. I'm kidding.
I hope not next week. But the way that I did it, guys, and I'm being honest with you, I used StreamYard to help me out with that. Mm. When I went and I set everything up, StreamYard, and I was able to stream to her in her location, and I was able to use all my platforms to have all my viewers come in and view what, and they see what I see, and and they hear what she hears and all that stuff. And if they saw something, they will post it. Hey, I think I saw that right there in the corner. So she will stop what she's doing and go back and and look, and just to make sure that she did see what whoever said they saw something. We'll go back and see. Yeah. But it was such a cool way that I set that up. So it can be done for you guys.
I mean, the last Camry video we did, we had that DVR set up, and we had a lot of comments being like, what was in that camera, that top right camera? I just saw something. What's that? What's that noise? What's that light doing? So they were actually interacting with us. It would be nice to have it all on your person as opposed to set up in this room while we're everywhere else.
Well, like that bar that we did, and you went upstairs by yourself and set up the K2 and whatnot.
Yeah.
Did you see that K2 meter just go off one time?
No.
I sent you the time. If you can add that, I would definitely add that, or at least mark it on the video. It's on the video. It just needs to be marked. But you can see the light on the K2 meter just go bloop.
Oh, yeah. It did that several times.
Did it?
Yeah. It's like a 23-minute shot, steady shot. We had a K2 meter set up, the yes and no pyramid, and a music box, and we were all downstairs, and no electric up there, and this K2 would blip up, and then the yes no pyramid would trigger, like in at the same time.
Wow.
So like we were told these stories about this bar. We got there, we're kind of like not feeling anything. Nothing seems, too weird, too crazy. But then there was these things that would happen. We're like, I can't explain that. There's no way to explain that. So we put it out,
Right. Now, guys, if you're in that bar and how many people were in that bar when you guys were there?
4, 3, us, me, Shane, and Tracy, and then
And
Scott,
Kurt.
who is the bar owner.
And how long?
Kurt didn't go.
Yeah, Kurt
That's
was
right.
there.
And
He didn't go.
but that bar was open at one point, right?
We didn't investigate till it was closed and everybody was gone.
Okay, but there
Just-
were a lot of people there.
Yes.
Okay, is it possible that the energy from all those people can still linger after everybody's gone and the spirits are connecting to that energy and making themselves, and just touching that energy and just absorbing all that energy, from all those people that was there. Is that possible?
Oh, for sure. And you got all those poker machines too that are constantly emitting EMF.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of energy that's constant in that bar.
Plus, I brought up a lot residual spirits where they're just kind of going about their day to day that they used to do. Because a lot of the stories we told is once the bar was closed and they started cleaning up, that's when the activity would start. Like they were like, okay, bar's closed, it's time to clean up. And like all the spirits would come out and start cleaning up. And interesting enough, the bar was closed. We set up the equipment, and then we got the music box pointed at behind the bar, going off, and then going off when we told it to stop, and then to go back on when we told it to do it again.
Yep.
So it was responding to us, and I really hope we get to release that video.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I would like to see that video too.
Yeah.
So Chuck, your work is cut out for you, man. Get that video out, bro.
No, it's out. We were I don't want to say we signed an NDA, but we got to get the approval from the bar owner if we can actually release it.
Okay, I understand.
He has the copy of it, and we're hoping that he gives us the green light, and then that'll be the next episode.
So I got a question. I got a question for you to check. So would you go back to Cambry?
Yes.
I know I would too.
Yes, I would.
I can't get enough of that house.
Now that house, are you guys a good friends with the owner, or there's a fee, or is there a fee to be paid?
Rebecca is the one that owns it. She's cool as hell. And no, we do have to pay to investigate that place.
Okay, what are we looking at fee wise?
It's like $250.
But during like the off summer months, I think it was like $100 or something.
Yeah,
like
it's $100 like during like the winter times.
Yeah.
Because that place is actually for like weddings and stuff.
Yeah.
So she has the backyard set up with the church pews and all that, and they do weddings there. They hold events there, like craft shows and art shows and stuff like that. And but it's out in the middle of nowhere, so it's got a long gravel road.
Is it possible to do overnights?
Oh, we are overnights.
Yeah, we do
overnights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're overnight.
Okay.
But a lot of the teams left before 11 o'clock.
Was it
And
that bad?
if you go and watch our first video that we did at Cambry House, we did the tour, recorded the tour, and Rebecca told us like the last handful of groups ran out of the house at 11 o'clock. She didn't know why. We didn't know why. But the reason I titled that video, Did We Survive Past 11 O'Clock, is the reason this place is like burned into our brains.
Yeah.
That was when I said that thing tried to come through the basement door, happened at 10:45.
Oh, well, hell,
We heard people walking around like 5 minutes after 11.
Well, it didn't take y'all long to pack up and leave, huh?
Oh no, we stayed.
We stayed. We stayed the whole night.
Yeah.
Oh,
We stayed the
wow.
whole night.
We don't run from it like you see on YouTube. We don't run from it.
You'll see what happens.
You know,
if you go and watch the video, you'll see.
We may not go into the location by ourselves because we just feel like it's not a good idea at that time.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but if we feel like, yeah, it's not going to do any harm, you know, then yeah, we'll do like the alone challenge where like like Kurt did, you know, and he went into the house by himself, but then he was running back out of the house. So there's something in that house, and it likes to single people out. I think it likes to single them out.
Now, is it possible they single them out because they sense the weakness that they're weak? You know, because spirits have they have a tendency to notice who's the strong one, who's the weak one, and they usually will vent towards, they'll go towards the weak one compared to the strong one.
Yep. And Kurt does have health issues, so he's more vulnerable.
Yeah, he's a little. Wow. Yeah.
And Kurt was always affected for like 2 or 3 days after Cambry, and I know you did too, didn't you, Chuck?
Yeah, I had a hard time sleeping.
Yeah, it messed with them for like days on, like after the investigation.
Yeah, I mean, I would love for you if you could show that clip of just with that door going through, or that door bang, because it threw us all off. Our guards, every single one of our guards was down, because we were in a completely separate room doing a spirit box, and what we thought was a mouse rummaging through our stuff in the kitchen made us get up and go into the kitchen and look for this mouse. So while we're in there with our backs turned to this basement door looking for a mouse, I literally turned to look at the basement door, and you hear something hits the hell out of that door. And you see, you got the flight or flight, well, there's also a freeze. And I froze, and I said the F word a bunch because that was the last thing I was expecting.
Definitely.
Have this,
Now, when you guys have you guys presented that evidence to the homeowner yet?
Oh yeah. Yep.
And what did she say did she have any idea on what she thought that was?
Well, she told us about the basement door when she was a kid and her family had that house. Because it hasn't been lived in since like the 70s, I think. It hasn't been lived in. But when she was a child, she used to have to sit up against the door when they had like family reunions and parties and all that stuff. They would set her up against the basement door so it wouldn't open up by itself.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she told us that the first investigation we were there. So our attention was really at that door. Like, we want to see this door open or close. And
then what creeps me out too is a lot of people are against the apps on your phone, which a phone is a computer. So it's no different than a piece of equipment. A phone is a computer, so when people say that they're against all these apps and everything else, when we were sitting in that living room doing the spirit box session before the door thing happened, it went off and said, "I'm upset." And then we went into the kitchen and did all that, and then it banged on the door. Right after that bang, it said, "I'm upset" again. So it said it twice in a row. "I'm upset." So how can you throw out that app? When I use that app, I put do not disturb and I put it on airplane mode. So no other things can come through my phone.
Right.
But what are the odds of that saying "I'm upset" and then boom, I'm upset? I mean, and then it said snow. I went there in between the first and the second episode and not much happened at all. And we were sitting there in the living room and the Spirit Talker app said snow. And I went out and I opened up the door and looked outside, and I shit you not, there was snow outside. It snowed like 4 inches that night. And there was there was not a snowflake on the ground when we got to that place. And then that app said snow, and it was snowing out. So like, how can you debunk those apps? You know, I'm not gonna like hold my life on the line for an app, you know, but like, I don't know.
There are a few occasions where it just adds up, you know.
I'm kind of a believer in them.
Yeah.
I am. So
Well, I use two of them myself. You know, but as far as the others, I really have not ventured into them. I couldn't tell anybody on what I would think about them. But the two that I have, which is the SLS, only because I can't afford one right now, and what's the other one? And the Ghost Tube.
Mhm.
Those are the only two I used. You know what I'm saying? So I think I've been pretty successful with those two.
If you break
Necro.
if you break it down, an Ovilus, which is the handheld spirit talk box that most of these teams use,
Mm-hmm.
is literally the same thing as what your phone does. That app does.
Yep.
It's a there's a database of all the words is on that Ovilus.
Mm-hmm.
App is a database with all the words. It's just
Different form.
different forms.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and then there's an app that actually is pretty good, and it does not use a database, and it's the Necrometer. So if you download Necrometer, that one does not use a word database.
Man, I don't want to. I'll start downloading paranormal apps and flip. Hey, I might hear something I don't want to hear in my own damn house. I can't. Hell, I got to sleep in the van tonight. So yeah, man. It's really hard, man. You know, trying to put your feet on the ground. I mean, it's hard when you first coming into the field, but it's hard maintaining, the success that you have.
Right.
You know, and it's. I mean, dude, it's a doggy dog world out there, man. People are just trying to ways to get past all the hard work that we put so much into.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like they want to cut it in half.
Yep. And it means nothing to them, but it means
Nothing.
everything to us.
right.
Exactly.
They do it
And-
for content. We do it for evidence. That is
Exactly.
a clear-cut difference between us and them.
And at this point, dude, I'm really tired of it. I mean, I know there's not much I can do, and there's not much I can say.
Same.
You know,
Yeah.
but
we did everything we could just today. We can't call up Yasko and be like, "Hey, stop faking stuff. You're ruining it for us."
Right.
We can't do that. But what we can do is get on platforms like this and just be like, "Hey, this is what we do. We're not like the other ones, so
exactly.
get that out of the way." But what we do have is what we do is all raw footage. So take it or leave it.
Now, it's the summer's coming up, man. What's the plans for you guys for the next couple of months?
We got three more investigations coming up.
Mhm.
We are doing a movie theater in Central Illinois. That's all I'm going to say. We have a lot of reports from former employees.
And yourself.
And myself. We did some research and found out that the original spot of land was a drive-in, which burned down, and they found a body, which lines up to where a couple of the theaters are.
Interesting.
We do have that residential that we need to talk to them and get scheduled.
Yes.
And then we have the one in July, which is the one I'm very excited about, but also a little on edge about.
I bought us a generator to
Yeah.
take there because there's no electricity.
Yeah, this is a Freemason Masonic lodge. No running water, no electric. It's the shell of what it used to be. And it's kind of one of those Cambry House situations where not too much is known about it. You don't have teams investigating it. You don't see, paranormal videos about it. Kind of like how Cambry was, and we got shock of our lives on that one. So I'm excited, but I'm also on edge. But I think it's gonna be a good time.
Now, this Cambry house, how many, investigators have you think been in there besides you guys?
I mean, just based off of what I see online, I think there's 4, maybe 5 other videos of I'm not, I don't want to be like rude or nothing, but just a group of women went in there and were kind of being goofy, being, asking for spirits and stuff, but that's really about it.
I mean, there may have been other teams in there, but just don't do YouTube
Don't
videos.
do, yeah.
I mean,
Now, does the owner choose to keep it on the shelf, or she wants to put it out? What do you guys think that she wants to do with it?
I mean, it brings more attention to that property.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is a gorgeous property. Okay.
I love it. I love it.
It is a massive acres. You're
It
right off the
overlooks
Mississippi River.
it overlooks the Mississippi River.
It is a gorgeous location, and it's, even if you're not a paranormal investigator, just to go out there and just relax and vibe out, that is like prime location.
I want to go back when it gets cooler out, where we can get that fire going. And
Yeah.
But
yeah, there's just something about this house that
it keeps bringing you back. Oh, tell them about the picture, the wedding picture hanging on the wall.
Oh,
yeah.
So they're, they have weddings there. So obviously there's pictures of the ceremony and whatnot. And it's actually hanging inside of the house, but it's a picture of, what was the bride and groom?
Yes.
But in the background, this window actually right here, you see a reflection of a woman, it looks like old 1800s attire.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw that picture before we went the second time. And the first thing me and Kurt did was try to debunk it. See, like, okay, could it have been a reflection from somebody outside, like behind the camera?
Mm-hmm.
So we were like outside taking pictures with like them standing in different locations. Didn't add up. And then we went inside to try and level out. Okay, so the head is like right here. So that means this person is only like 5 feet tall. If they're inside. There was just no way to,
table. And there's a table inside.
There's a table right there too. So there was just no way to debunk this picture. But there is a clear woman in 1800s attire in the window.
I'll send it to you after this. I'll send it to you.
Okay. Now, have this house always been into the homeowner's family, or did she buy into it?
Well, they're the second owners. It's the second family.
It's the second family.
Yes,
okay.
The second family to own it. The Cambrys are the original.
Are any of them still around?
I thought she said something about one of the Cambry relatives is nearby, or is still around.
Yeah.
Have you guys reached out to them to see what they think?
We have not. We would have to try and get that information from Rebecca.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a question for you guys. I don't know if you guys are able to see.
Metal detect. Since
That's
it
funny.
I don't think I want to go there, but it is Native American land. So we cannot dig up land that is Native American land without, I'm pretty sure you got to have the state's permission too, not only the homeowners, but I think that it's I don't think we're supposed to disturb that land.
Unless you really don't want to.
Yeah, you really don't want to open up that book.
Yeah.
Yeah, opening up that book is, oh my God, dude. You don't want to do that.
Leave it rest. Leave it where it is.
Because there's like 2 or 3 Indian burial sites near that house.
Mm-hmm.
Burial mounds, Indian mounds on that property.
Now, let me ask you guys a question. Now, a lot of people have asked, when I ask this question, a lot of people give me a lot of different answers. Is it possible, and I'm just saying, is it possible that the Native Americans could have cursed this entire country? Because if you look at it, every region that's, I mean, from the tip of Maine to the tip of Florida, from Baja California to the tip of Washington and Oregon, there's always something, dude, that has an effect with the land.
Yep.
It's crazy.
And
Now,
now that skinwalkers is a big thing with Native Americans, shapeshifters.
yeah, and
Hmm.
I'm just thinking because this country is full of blood. I mean, there is so much blood. You can go outside, and it might have happened 300 or 400 years from now. I mean, ago, but somebody shedded blood somewhere on the property that you're on now. I mean, absolutely no ifs and buts about it. Is it possible that the Native Americans just cursed the land
Oh yeah, for sure.
from everywhere?
Well, I
I
do
mean,
know if you disturb Native American land, you're asking for trouble. Like you're gonna get haunted for the rest of your life if you disturb any type of Indian burial grounds or any of their land. Like you'll get sick. I mean, you can die. Like yes, for sure, you can get a curse. So
and you don't want that, dude.
no,
Uh, and and the thing about skinwalkers, and I want you guys' honest opinion on this because I've heard so many different, uh, things about this. Skinwalker to me is a young Native American brave. The reason why I say this is if you notice that some skinwalkers will turn into a wolf, they will turn into a bear or some kind of animal.
yep.
But what is the one thing that braves wore when they walked around the campsite?
The hides and stuff of these
The,
animals.
the hide and stuff of these
Mhm.
animals. Now, is it possible that a chief or maybe the doctor of the tribe can pick out a brave that's that they choose to go ahead and say, hey, you're going to be the protector of this particular land here. Now, you're going to be, when you die, you're going to be dressed in a certain type, or all of them, they're tired, the wolf hide, the bear hide, or whatever kind of hide, because most of these braves were buried in that.
Mhm.
Is that possible that these guys are the protectors of certain land and they're using the
DNA. Just say DNA.
yeah, DNA of the
Mm,
skin of these animals to do what they do?
it's very possible.
Yeah, anything is really possible.
Because
Because if there's a Native American wearing a wolf hide, and then they get on their knees and get on all fours, and then boom, they turn into a wolf.
yeah,
And
I mean, and is it possible when these guys are no longer here that they are able to, because one thing I do know about it, Native Americans, they're I can't say witch doctors, they're medicine men
Mhm.
will have certain powers and certain spirits that's with them 24, all that's with them all the time. Is it possible that these doctors can put this into them so they can have this, this certain spirit or whatever it is, manifest whenever, they choose to do. It's got to be some kind of power that these guys are gifted with when they pass on to protect this land.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
you can branch off of that and look at the Egyptians and all the tombs and stuff that they actually wrote out the curse on the walls. So anybody that was to open up this tomb is going to be cursed essentially. So that could easily be said for the Native Americans too.
yeah, man. But it's weird how we're able to. There's basically skinwalkers. There has been mentionings of skinwalkers on in every state in this country.
Mm-hmm.
I do know at the Cambry house I was talking about skinwalkers, and through the Spirit Talker app it said walker. When I was talking about skinwalkers, it said walker.
Interesting.
Yeah. It didn't say skinwalker. I don't know if that's in that app or not. So the closest thing is walker. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
and then I've had it to where it said I do not like investigators come across the Spirit Talker app. I'm not the middle time, in between we were sitting there and it says I do not like investigators. It said a whole sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's a lot of unknown out there, and we're just getting into the tip of the iceberg.
We're just trying to know it. Is all it is.
Now, are you allowed to come on the property at Cambry and not pay, or do you? And once you come on the property, you will have to pay also.
It would have to be up to Rebecca. I mean, she's pretty damn cool. She left us the keys. We told her when we were going to be there, and she says, "I'll leave you the keys." So she left us the keys to the house. So then we had the keys basically all day.
And this was before we paid her.
So and that was before.
The trust with us and her is like,
she's awesome.
She's great. Yeah.
And now that's in Nauvoo, Illinois, the Cambry house. And now she's actually the coordinator of the town of Nauvoo. So she actually is in charge of putting together events and everything else in Nauvoo. Like that's what they made her now. So Rebecca's got a big old title now in Nauvoo, which is awesome. Congratulations.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
Wow. Well, I hope she's watching.
No, she will be. I love her to death. She is so cool. I mean, we call out her property every chance we have.
Yeah.
It's just
it's a special place.
We can't really get enough of it. We were talking the last time we were there, we're like, well, not much happened. We're probably not going to come back, and here we are sitting here saying that we can't wait to go back.
Can't wait to go back.
If you want to get some plane tickets and fly up here, we can take you with us to the Cambry house.
Hey, Shane, you was talking about spending $1,500, man, on those glasses. You can take half of that and get me a plane ticket. Hell, I'd love to come up there. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm sure we can probably scavenge some money up together, and we could all bring you up here probably.
Oh, hell, I don't even know. I think it would be cheaper to rent a damn car, man. I love to drive. It will probably take us, it'll take us 15 hours just to get out of Texas.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
So it will probably take us another 15 hours just to get to Illinois. So you're looking at about 30 hours. That's a whole damn week.
Sounds easy.
That's a whole damn week on the road, Shane.
Yeah. We want to get you up. We want to get you up here, though, man.
That would be cool.
We can do it when it gets cooler outside, like in the fall. So you can have time to plan for it.
Well, I'm going to Japan in October.
Nice.
My next door neighbor actually gave me a sword that he found in his grandpa's attic, and it's a World War II Japanese sword.
Really?
Yeah, but he beat it. He beat it to shit when he was a kid, though.
Wow.
He was a kid, so he found it up in the attic and started hitting stuff with it. But it's a World War II Japanese sword. It doesn't even have the handle on it.
It's just a blade.
Well, it's got like it has.
Oh, okay.
All right. See, it's broken right there, but it's got like the tape and stuff on it right here. And
Oh
then it's
wow,
got, yeah.
dude, have you ever thought about seeing if you can get that thing restored?
I just got this.
You're not
Oh, I
supposed
would.
to unsheath it though, unless you're
Yeah.
going to use it.
Well, I'll cut my toe with it.
Now you're cursed.
I'll cut my toe with it.
Don't cut the toe with it. I mean, I would. You know what? What I would with that thing, I would think about having it restored to its original condition if you can.
If I can find I think it's a bamboo handle. I think
Yeah,
is what it is, a bamboo handle.
but see, about not having that handle on it, man, it'd probably devalue
See,
if
like,
it's worth anything.
I collect war stuff. So like I've got like a soldier right here.
Is that Chuck on the wall?
No. Like I've got all kinds of like World War II, like just all kinds of medals and boots, and I got all kinds of war stuff.
Oh, cool, dude. You know, I used to keep old World War II planes. I used to do model planes when I was younger.
That's cool.
You know, because back in those days, everything was so simple.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, compared to today, dude, a kid can get in a damn P-51 and fly it.
Yep.
Today, you can't even do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hell, a B-25, hell, you have to be 110 pounds to even get in one. You know what I'm saying? So back in those days, everybody had to be fit.
Yeah, they were super tiny back then.
Super tiny, you know, and that was a year, man, where everything was simple.
Let's just say the boots, I have real like battlefield boots from World War II. They're size 6. So if that tells you how small these people were, but they were entering at like the age of like, there was 15-year-olds that were signing up for war, lying about their age, saying that they were 18, and they're actually 15 years old going into battle at the age of 15.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
I love history.
Yeah, history is good, man. Hey, speaking of history, have you guys listened to Billy Carson and some of the stuff he's saying?
No.
Chuck, if you ever get a chance, look up a guy called Billy Carson. He was on Gaia for a while there until he decided to go off and do his own thing. Now, his take on what's going on in the paranormal world and how this planet came to be is very interesting.
Okay. That's the type of history I like.
Very interesting. So, I mean, if you guys are, history buffs, I don't know how far back in history you guys like to go, but Billy can go back. He talks about going all the way back to where the Bible had a lot to play, and in the world, and how supposedly that the Bible was I can't say I want to say overwritten instead of underwritten.
Right.
Because there's more in the Bible than what people. I mean, there's words and text in there that the Bible is saying that a lot of people just don't understand.
True.
So if you guys, Chuck, check him out, man, and see what you think about this guy, because he has a lot to say about what's going on in the world right now. And also, did you guys happen to mention what the Catholic Church said about what's going, and when they talk about the spirit world? Did you guys even hear that interview?
No.
Man, actually, a person from the Catholic Church, I think they're starting to acknowledge things what we've been trying to say all along. Even though these guys have been dealing with the paranormal since day one, they actually come into light and say, "Hey, some of the evidence that we have is actually factual." And I think that's a big jump.
Right.
And into the into what the Catholic Church, because they've been quiet for so long.
Yeah.
Really ain't heard much about them. But for them to come on radio, on TV, and actually say, "Hey, I actually think there is something actually going on here that I think that we need to look at." But check this out though. And when did the government come out and say, "Hey, there's UFOs here"?
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
So is it fact? I mean, is it such a coincidence where the Catholic Church admits now that, hey, there's something going on, and that we really need to check out. In the meantime, the United States governments are saying, "Hey, we're acknowledging now that they're actually UFOs, but we don't know who they are or what they want."
Mm-hmm.
That's funny because that night of the Cambry investigation we did, I actually did see a UFO.
It's
No
crazy.
shit. A legit UFO. I seen it. And then I got on the Illinois UFO page, Central Illinois UFO page or whatever on Facebook.
Mhm.
And there was 2 posts about the exact same thing that I saw.
Wow. But it's not common. I mean, it's very common, guys, for
It is.
UFOs. It's very common for UFOs to be around, Native American burial grounds and Native American land.
And Egyptian stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, it's very common. If you guys, these burial mounds, I mean, I wouldn't mess with them, but I will set up a camera just around them just to see what footage you would catch.
Yeah.
I would be down, but I don't think
I don't know how close I'm willing to get to one of those, to be honest with you.
Rebecca does not even want us knowing where these are, so
Yeah, she won't even tell
we
us.
have to respect that. So
Now, I mean, if you guys were a little booger like me, and I'm a little booger, and dude, I would get me a drone and find out where they are, and that's just me. And I understand the respect value of of her, but I will. Yeah, I would want.
Kills
Yeah, it gets me every time.
I get that.
It gets me every time. I would get a drone, probably go about maybe a couple of 100 feet up in the sky.
I do have a drone. I do have a drone, but it never works right at the Cambry house. Am I right, Chuck, or what?
Yeah, we have never been able to get that thing to work right.
It does not. Like the first time I took my drone there, and I have a DJI drone.
Oh, really?
It's $1,000 drone.
Mm-hmm.
And we were flying it down the driveway, and it stopped, like it was hitting a brick wall, and it would not go any further past that spot. So every time I've taken my drone there to fly it, we never end up getting drone footage. We just don't, because it does not act right on that land. It doesn't. Twice it has.
That is crazy. Now, do you guys think that whole land is cursed, or just certain areas?
I don't think it's cursed.
I don't think it's cursed. But but then you got to remember, we were upstairs and had the back door open. Upstairs, there's a door, and I think there's nothing, like you open that door and you go plummeting to the ground. But it was to move like furniture into the house. I mean, it was built in 1800s. That's how they got furniture in the house. But anyways, we were sitting upstairs with the door open, and we heard a loud bang in the back of the house.
We did.
And it sounded like a garbage can falling over, like raccoons. But this was in the back of the house. The garbage cans were in front of the house. And it was super loud, and we never did figure out what that noise was. We went out there and everything.
We actually captured it on video, the noise. And then even on the same video, we you see us going like it had to be these cans. And then we realized, well, we're in front of the house. That noise came from the back of the house.
Yep.
So that was like all realization kicked in. Like, okay, then what the hell was that then?
And then
It
we
was
thought
loud.
we got Indian drums, what sounded like Indian drums, and chanting. And I do have Indian in me. I have Comanche and Cherokee blood in me.
Yeah, we did hear that. Yeah.
But it was real faint. So I mean, some things are just so faint you just can't even hear.
Just again, this house is just so special.
Hey, if you guys are ever out there, man, again, and
we are,
I would go by, just go by a small parabolic and see if you can have all that audio amplified. It amplifies you maybe 50 to 100 times more than what the ear can take in. So whatever is out there, and if you hear some chanting, it's a good chance you'll pick it up.
Yeah. Right. I got to head out here before long, but I have a question for you though.
Yes, sir.
Do spirits ever die?
To me, I don't think so. Because once you shred your physical form and you become energy, I think energy is forever. Now, are you able to lose certain amount of energy where you just seems to not exist anymore? That is a good question.
Because why don't we see all these like old time celebrities? Why don't people ever say, "Hey, I just saw Elvis Presley in my room"?
Well, is it possible that each person has their own different realm that they're in?
I think everybody has a certain amount of energy that they give off when they pass away. When that energy is gone, it's gone. Because I know my uncle used to make himself known to me when he passed away. I haven't sensed him since then. You know, so I think eventually either they move on or their energy just runs out.
Well, I think they just move on. You know, I don't think that they're able to just boosh disappear. There's so many theories about that, dude. You know, a lot of people think that a lot of spirits are reincarnated from a lot of okay. In the Bible, it says something about the Hall of Souls. Now, in that Hall of Souls, that's where all the souls are collected. Now, there is something called the Gulf. The Gulf. It's called GUF, the Gulf, if I can spell that right. Now, whenever the Gulf is empty, somebody goes to the Hall of Souls and put the souls in the Gulf, and the Gulf is where you able to be, if I'm right, reborn again. So even though you might be, your family member might be, you can't communicate with them or you can't find them, maybe that's just the way that things happen. You go, you hang around and do whatever. Eventually you go to the Hall of Souls, then you're actually put into a certain situation where you are giving life again. You're able to get back into a body. You're born as a baby and so on. And from what I'm here, what I understand, this cycle goes on. And it's been going like that for millions of years. I could be wrong, but that's a good damn question, dude. That is a good question.
Because I've had a dream that I was actually on D-Day in Normandy. Like, I had a dream that I was a soldier, and I can tell you in detail exactly what I did, and then to the moment where I just woke up.
And that's probably why you collect all those World War II, memorabilia. So it could be.
So I think my past life, I was a soldier in World War II. I don't know if I died or if I survived, though. I woke up before then.
You could be. Reincarnation. Reincarnation. People have actually come to think that reincarnation is for real.
I've seen a show where a little 5-year-old boy took his parents to the house he claimed that he lived in, and like had all the details of this property and everything. And he was like 5 years old.
How is that possible?
I have no idea.
I mean, I really think reincarnation is a real thing.
No, I do too.
Yeah.
And I think the Hall of Souls really exists.
Mm-hmm.
Where else can you put all these souls? I mean, unless it's it has to be something massive where you can put all these souls and people are being reincarnated. Babies are being born every day, man. I mean, souls got to come from somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I just think that, dude, it's exciting, man. It makes you want to be able to just drop everything that you're doing right now, jump out of your body, zoom up there, see what the hell's going on, and come back.
Yep.
See, but then again, that comes into another problem because if that's able to happen, you see all your family members, hell, you might not want to come back.
That's true. Maybe that's why people drop dead of heart attacks and whatever else.
And and the craziest thing is, guys, before we get out of here, is I've heard of so many people dying of loneliness, lost love, and people, and believe it or not, man, spirits of people that's been together for 30, 40, 50 years have this bond that could never be broken. Just got that energy where there's nothing in life or in death that can break that. And if somebody is left behind and they just feel this overwhelmness of lost, they're hurting. And who's to say that the person that they were married to can say, hey, let's go? People die of natural causes all the time. People have died for no apparent reason. The healthiest people can just die for no reason. And
one of my girlfriend's grandparents, I mean, she has no grandparents now. They're all deceased. But she was in the hospital with one of them. I don't know if it was her grandma or grandpa. But one of them said that either he's here to get me or she's here to get me, and then took her last breath and died.
Yeah.
So somebody was there to get her.
Tell me, what is the biggest, the coolest thing on this planet is having your grandchildren by your side and all your loved ones in the corner waiting on you to take you to a place that you can see in the distance, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's the most unbelievable light that you can ever see. And you got your grandkids here and your wife that you were married to for 40 years to come up to you, standing between you, your grandkids, and your great-grandkids, grab you by your arm and tell you, hey, it's time to go. And you get this big old smile on your face. You see your grandkids for the one last time, and you just shut your eyes and you're gone.
Yep.
Can't get no better than that, man. If I want to go out, I want to go out that way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go out with the shotgun bang, all that stuff. Give me the old age, a good life, and having my wife come get me and my grandkid next to me. It can't get no better than that.
Nope.
Can't get no what?
You can't.
Can't get no better than that. And if you're not married, hell, your mother can come get you. Somebody's gonna come get you and say, "Hey, let's go home, son." And go up there, dude. All the zingers and milk you can eat and drink. God damn.
Now we're talking.
Can't beat that. Hey, guys, but you know what? An hour and 39 minutes, man. Tell the world how to get a hold of you guys.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Let me go ahead, Chuck.
Hey, Chuck, he threw that on you last time.
Yeah, I know you did, yeah. Yeah, you check out all of our investigations over on YouTube at CIGH464, or you can just look up Central Illinois Ghost Hunters. All of our footage, live stream, evidence review, all the investigations we've done that are going to be coming up. You can find us there. Tell them about the Facebook, Shane.
Yep. You can also search us on Facebook, Central Illinois Ghost Hunters. We do have a fan page, and we also have the main page. And then if you get on YouTube, just like it, share it, subscribe, do all the things that all the other YouTubers want done, just to kind of help us out, give us a little jump start,
But also, tell us if we're doing something wrong or if the music's too loud, just tell us, like, in a kinder way than.
Yeah, don't be freaking rude about it.
There's no need to be rude. We're I'm an amateur video guy, so I'm just putting,
we can only get better.
Yeah,
we can only get better for sure.
We can only get better.
If I do something wrong, tell me. Don't yell it at me. So,
well, Chuck, I got your back, big dog.
I'm gonna keep doing it either way, so I don't care. But
we're on Instagram also, and Central Illinois Ghost Hunters, and we're on Twitter, which I don't really mess with Twitter. I don't do a lot on Instagram either, but we do have it.
Facebook and YouTube is the best way.
Yeah, Facebook, YouTube. You know what, guys? Man, another interesting conversation. Dude, it gets better every freaking time we talk.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
I really appreciate it, man. I mean, you guys are, really, you guys are in a positive light, and I need for you guys to stay that way. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You guys, the negativity bug had bit you guys, and your head is still above the water. So keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Shane, I know you got to get out of here. Chuck, I know you got to go fill your cup up again. Hey, man, it has been a pleasure. But hey, but right before we go, you guys need to jump on Clapper, man, and start doing some of your stuff over there. Clapper is another version of TikTok, but it's more simplified. You're actually able to stream live from the get-go. You're not even got to have 1,000 followers. You're able to stream live and have some fun. I think there's how many? Like 30 million people on Clapper?
Really?
Are you looking it up, Chuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can start an account if you want. That's fine.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's more people on TikTok, but TikTok is a little bit more
sketchy. I mean, they're wanting to do away with that, so might as well get known on another platform.
There's just so much going on TikTok that you just kind of get pushed down to the bottom really.
Yeah, it's so hard to go live, to stream live to it, but with Clapper, you're able to stream, once you get the name and stuff going, you can stream live straight from the get-go.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Shane, right before you popped on, hell, I was streaming live to him promoting our podcast show.
Nice.
So I'm curious to see on what is the only problem is I'm not able to live stream to it. Now you can live to it, but live stream is something totally different. I do with Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and all these guys. I can actually do a podcast on it. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Right.
But once I do, I am definitely going to tap into those people over there and see what exactly is going on. I think I've been on them for almost a week now. I think I'm up to 70 followers.
Nice.
So you might as well start fresh on a new platform before, so we ain't got much catching up to do.
Right.
Because once it hits and everyone does it, it's going to be harder to become Clapper famous.
Yeah, I mean, and it's supposed to. I mean, because they were talking about doing away with TikTok, but I don't think TikTok's going anywhere.
I don't think so either.
Because it's too much money, it's too much politics involved in it, and I don't think it's going anywhere. But
there's a lot of jobs. A lot of people are have their jobs on TikTok.
Yeah. You know, and then Clapper is the little sister of TikTok, and it's based out of here, and it's based in Texas.
Really?
Yeah. So you guys check that out, you know, and
Yeah, we will.
I mean, yeah, check it out, dude. I mean, you guys would be surprised. Start posting, and it's way easier than TikTok. I'm telling you, and you know, and then you don't have all that crazy stuff that's on TikTok, like you know, booty shaking and all. I mean, I don't mind the booty shaking, but you know, it's so user friendly. Chuck, you shouldn't have no problem getting on. When you do, send me when it's done, send me so I can, you know, follow you guys on that. You know, I would like to be the first one to follow you guys.
Okay.
There you go.
First one to know.
Yeah. So let me know when it's done, and I'll come on and hit that follow button and like and share and all that stuff. And hey, man, the rest will be history. But Shane, I know you got to get out of here. Chuck, I know you got dinner. So, hey, guys, this is Terry with NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast with another excellent show with Central Illinois Ghost Hunter, man. If you guys want to check these guys out, I'll put their YouTube link in the comments. So, please go check them out. Hey, be nice. Be nice, you know, because these guys will. Hey, they can only take so much. They will snap at you here. So be nice. So, if you got any comments about any of their videos or anything, just please leave it in the comments, man, and be positive, and they will get back to you. Trust me.
Yes,
they will get back to you. But in the meantime, hey. This is Terry with NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast in the Lion's Den this Sunday evening. Hey, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Later, Shane. Later, Chuck. You guys have a good. Hey, and I'll call you guys in 2 months to see how you guys are doing.
Sounds like a plan, buddy.
All right.
Thank you.
Peace.
Thank you.
All right,
you guys have a good one. Yes, sir. All right, guys. Hey, just a quick, you know, feedback. What you guys think about that podcast? If you like it, leave a comment in the comments below. And next week, guys, we are got a couple teams. We got Halfway Paranormal coming on the show, and Palladian Paranormal, my man, Mr. Dave Young. And the 16th, which is Father's Day, I got Goose Flats Paranormal. at Phoenix, Arizona. So hey, guys, tune in for all that, and hey, I'll see you then. Peace.